Hi everyone. So this is Monday 510 asynchronous work, and the topic is structural subsystems. All right, so just a couple of reminders about what we did last week. So last week we talked about transportation systems and subsystems, and this week we're talking about structural subsystems, and then also forces, and we will do a quiz this Friday. All right, so pause here and see if you can name the 6 transportation subsystems from last week. Okay, hopefully you were able to get them all. Here's the list, just as a reminder of what we talked about last week. Structural, propulsion, guidance, suspension, control, and support. So this was the subsystems that are part of most vehicles. And today we are talking about structures, like buildings, bridges, that kind of thing, and the subsystems that are part of each of those. So it's a similar idea to the subsystems of these vehicles, but we're talking about buildings now. All right, so quick definition of structure. You don't have to write this one down. I think we mostly know what a structure is, but I want to get us all on the same page about this. So something made up of parts that work together to do a job. There are 7 typical subsystems of structures like buildings. We could also use the word structure to describe things found in nature, but we're mostly going to be talking about human engineered structures like buildings, bridges, that type of thing. All right, so the 7 subsystems of structures are generally the foundation, plumbing, electric, flooring, roofing, structural, and insulation. So you can tell that these ones are probably going to be a lot easier to remember than our transportation subsystems because we already know most of these words to some extent. So make sure you're writing down each of the definitions so that you can remember what they are. Some of them are pretty self-explanatory. So the foundation is the base to build on. If you have been coming to school recently, then you have definitely been seeing all the building that's happening around Kendall Square. And when they're at the beginning of those building stages, they're always starting with the foundation. It's all those cement blocks that are just dug into the ground. So that's the foundation. And it's important to have that so that a building will not kind of tip over or start leaning or crack as the ground kind of moves and settles over decades. Plumbing brings water in and out and also sewage in and out. Electric is obvious, that carries electricity throughout the building to help with lights, electronics, anything that you would need electricity for. Flooring provides a surface to walk on. Roofing provides protection from weather. Structural stands on the foundation and provides shape. So this one's a little bit less straightforward. This is typically talking about something like walls. So in a building, the structural subsystem of the building is kind of the frame, the outer part that provides shape to the building. And then the last one is insulation. You guys all know what an insulator is. This is something that traps heat or keeps heat out if we're talking about hot summer days. And it makes the building more energy efficient. So around here, because the winters are so cold, we have to use a lot of heat, obviously, to heat up all buildings. The better the insulation is, the less heat you have to use to heat the building continuously. And heat generally, like making a building warm or making a building cool in the summer, generally uses a lot of energy. So when we have good insulation, less energy is used for the heating and the cooling. All right, that's it for today. Pretty straightforward topic today. So go to Google Classroom, complete the form, and we'll do a little bit of practice with this today in class. I'll see you soon.